guys, welcome back to my channel. Since you guys already saw a quick review of what the packaging looks like, let's just jump right into what the palette looks like. Bam! Here is all of the beautifulness of the new Nude Huda Beauty palette. How amazing is that? There's 18 shades, one of which up here is just a kind of a metallic type shade. There's 4 of the pearlized shades, and then 2 of the glitters, and then down here we have the concealer shade, which is an actual cream concealer. It's not just called concealed shade. The first row we have Bare, Crave, Play, Fantasy, Love Bite, Spanked. Second row we have Lace, Daydream, Tickle, Excite, Infatuated, and Kinky. Third row we have Concealed, Secret, Tease, Raw, Charmed, and Teddy. So the concealed shade right here is actually a concealer. It's actually a cream product. From what I've heard, it is relatively sheer when you do apply it. It's not meant to be a concealer. It's meant to be just kind of cutting crease and all that fun stuff. So from what I've seen, it is relatively sheer and can be used by several skin tones because you're going to be putting something on top of it anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much. But let me zoom you guys in and let's get into our eye look. Okay, to start, I'm going to be going in with the color Bare with a Morphe E30 fluffy blending brush. It's kind of a very kind of neutral, it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, but I'm just going to be using this just to put a little bit of base down. Going in with Play with the same brush. This one is a light peachy shade. And I'm going to be pretty much doing the same thing as I did with the Bare shade, but not going as high. I want a really nice blown out look, so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing. Okay, now I'm going to be going in with the Makeup Geek Defined Crease Brush. I'm going to be going into the shade Love Bite, which is a deeper purple, and just popping it on right at the outer V. Ooh. Okay, so I've kind of laid down a bit of the base for the halo eye. The palette has very minimal fallout. My face has very minimal fallout. There's just very, very little bit, but that could potentially be the brush as well. So now I'm going to be going into the concealed shade using the Luxie 2-in-1 concealer brush, which is just a flat tapered brush. And then before that sets too much, I'm going to be going in with, which one should we do? Let's go in with Daydream. Just going to be applying it with my finger like I would with any pretty much shimmer. Oh my god. What? Look at this. Okay. Camera, get your shit together and focus. Oh my god. This is nuts. Okay, I have to give you guys a swatch. What is this? Oh my god. It's freaking liquid pink gold. Wow. And my hands are dry. So, what? Okay, I was not expecting that. Wow. Okay, going back in with the magic color, and we're going to be applying it right on top of that concealer before it sets with my finger. Oh my god. Are you guys seeing this? Is this camera picking up the magic that is on my eyeball? And I am putting on a very thin layer. I'm not going in there and digging into it just to get some color. I paid for this myself. I don't mind paying for makeups. I don't care for people to send me stuff. This is me swatching and being truly amazed by an eyeshadow palette, which I haven't been amazed by one in a very long time. So kudos Huda Beauty and her team for coming up with something that is innovative, amazing, as she says, delicious, perfect. This literally like blew my socks off, and that does not happen with eyeshadow palettes. Like, it hasn't happened in a very long time. Wow. Okay, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna go in again. I'm doing literally 4 little very light swirls onto Daydream. I haven't even broken up the little chunks of pearl in there yet. I'm gonna try to do a second layer. I'm afraid because I think I might blind some people all up in space, but let's get into it. Oh my goodness. Just applying that right directly in the center. So whoever looks at me can be instantly blinded. Wow. Oh my goodness. I can't go. If you haven't bought this palette, what the hell are you doing watching this video? Go! Go get this palette. Your life will be changed. Okay. In addition to this being perfect, look at how much product is still on my finger. Focus camera. Do you see how much product is still on my finger? That's nutsacks. Oh my god. Sealed shade with the Luxie brush. Yeah, we're just putting it right down the middle. Oh, I'm so excited to apply it to the side. I think what I'm going to do, so you guys can experience the magic of this eyeshadow palette with me, is I'm going to zoom you guys in. Once again, I'm putting the concealer on. I am not setting it, because that defeats the purpose, because you want it to be tacky. So I'm going back in with a little makeup defining brush, nothing else on my brush. I'm just going to be going in with a little bit of whatever residue was left and just kind of blurring out the edges a little bit so it looks like I didn't totally try to apply glitter all over my face. Considered it though. So I just applied Daydream. Now I'm going to be going into Crave. What? Okay. Oh my God. Putting just a dot right in the center. Wow. Okay, can you guys see the difference? Look how this one has a little touch more dimension versus this one. Going back into the Crave shade, adding a little bit in this one too. Before it turns into a pearlized mess, I'm gonna zoom y'all out and we're gonna finish the eye look. I wanted to show you what the concealed shade looks like after going in a couple times with the brush to kind of add it. So here's the shade after dipping in a couple times. It did get a little bit messy. To be honest, I don't really care. To prevent that, you can go in with a clean finger or you can use a clean brush every time. So for the bottom lash line, I'm going to be lining it with that deep Love Bite shade. This is just a flat brush. I like these brushes just to kind of tight line, and then go in and buff it out. So I'm just going to be going in one swipe, so one swipe, turn, one swipe, turn, and let's see what this does. Oh my god, there's so much color. I love this shade. It's very pigmented, but it does sheer out very nicely. So if you make a boo-boo, you can very easily fix it, and you're not going to be stuck with this patch of deep plum on your eye, which you can't do nothing with. Okay, going in with the other one. Okay. Now I'm going to be going in with the itty bitty little teeny weeny tiny Makeup Geek brush, pencil brush. This one I'm going to be just using bare without anything on it, just to buff this out a little bit before we add a couple more shades to it. Going to be picking up Secret, which is a brownie, mauve-y, taupey, mid-tone brown shade, just to kind of bring it down a little bit. I don't want it to look too much like a bruise, but I do want it to be a little bit more blown out. Not to mention, when you just do a light touch onto the palette, you don't end up getting too much kickback and fallout either. That way, you get to keep all $65 worth of this magic. For the inner corner, I think I'm just going to go in with Bare, which is just that neutral skin tone shade, and just popping that on there because I don't want to, I'm sorry, but even this is super pigmented, so damn Huda. Okay, just going in very lightly just to brighten the space up a little bit. Look at how different that already looks. This side has it, this side doesn't have it. Oh my goodness. OMG. Okay, going in here. Okay. Give me a quick second. Let me apply some mascara as well as lashes, and I'll be right back to tell you guys that this palette is probably the best palette I own. I'll be right back. Boom. This is the finished look. I love that she put the concealer shade. I think that was pretty genius. It makes it so easy just to kind of pop on with a finger or a brush. She made sure that all of the pearls as well as some of the glitter, loose glitter, pressed glitter shades within the palette would for sure adhere to your lid. So she kind of solved that piece of the problem. For the mattes, I did use several of them. They do not muddy. They are creamy, buttery, delicious. They melt together so well. They blend out beautifully, and you can see the color transition as you're applying, so it doesn't all turn into one big kind of mauve shade. There is layers and depth to the mattes, most definitely. When it comes to the two glitters, I'm not a huge glitter person, but I would have much more preferred for these two to be pearlized, but I do understand they did want to kind of integrate as many varieties and types of shadows as possible, just to be a little bit more universal friendly. They are beautiful. The shades are definitely gorgeous, and you guys did see the macro, so there's a lot of color happening in both of those shades. I believe this one is maybe a repeat or somewhat of a kind of very similar color scheme as to what was in the, I believe, Desert Dusk had a glitter shade like this as well. I used that a couple times, but not my fave. Everything else, totally love it. And then now the kind of star of the entirety of this new Nude palette are definitely these pearlized shades. If she had a palette with only these pearlized shades, I would hashtag buy it today. I'm pre-ordering one right now. They are beautiful. They are different enough where it makes sense that there's 4 of them. It's not mixing or mashing with each other by any means. There is no chunkiness, no heavy glitter. There's no chunks of anything when you apply it to your eye. You guys saw the swatches of it. It's very soft, smooth, and it just blends. All of the shades are creamy, buttery, delicious. They melt onto your eyelid. They do not blend together and become muddy. They blend together in a very fluid, soft way where you do see the various levels of transition shades that you are applying, so you get to see all of the spectrum of the shades that you are working very hard to apply to your eyelid. The two glitter shades are really nice. I think you would always with any kind of glitter probably need some kind of glitter glue. I wouldn't advise just straight up applying it. The pearlized shades, I think, make this palette most definitely. They are amazing. They're perfect. I don't think there's anything else on the market like this with this similar kind of format. They swatch like butter. They apply like butter. It is one of the softest shadows I think I've ever touched. And I wish she would come out with an entire palette with just pearlized ones. If she ever does, I'm pre-ordering one today, right now. I'm giving you my money. Make it happen, girl. So definitely one of my all-time favorite palettes. And to be honest, 2018 is coming to a close, but I think Huda totally knocked it out of the park and will probably be winning the best palette of 2018. Nothing has come close to how amazing this is. So you guys have seen the swatches. You guys saw an eye look. I think I'll be doing a few more eye looks just because this palette makes me just so happy to look at. It's just so beautiful. Like, it's beautiful. The colors work. The price is right. You get a crap ton of product. It's great ingredients. It's very different. I'm just... buy it. I'm done. Buy it. It's incredible. You will not regret it whatsoever. Make the investment. It's worth it. It is an amazing palette. So thank you guys so much for watching this very ranty video. I highly appreciate that. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!